Hi! I started my stream and then realized my microphone was off, and then instead of just adjusting it, I just, you know... Oh, good. My little clip posted. Let's get rid of that. Let's see if I can delete that real quick here. I have a 14-second 1,000-arm stream. Get rid of that. It's processing. We don't need that. It's gone. Okay, cool. All right, let's post this stuff here real quick. And let me just get through this stuff here real quick, and then I'll be ready to love. Let me find this stuff real quick. Okay. Almost there. Almost there. Tweet that. You know what? I already tweeted that I was like a while ago that I would be streaming, so. Stream time the 11th. 1080 snowboard. At 9 p.m. too. Alright. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. And, whoops. Why is Line launching? Twitch.tv/see. Okay. No more ads for me. It is nearly 7. By the time I load the game, it'll probably be 7 p.m. I'm gonna close my YouTube stream. I guess I should mute it, is what I should do. I should try to keep an eye on it, although I never do. Alright, well, it's time. 7 o'clock, it's time. I hope this time goes better, given how the last time went. Getting lost forever. That was a thing. Okay. Did I sleep? The question of the century. I did sleep and save. Alright. So, I'm trying to remember, I kind of rushed through here last time due to the need to get places. What is that on my foot? I have like a twisty tie on my floor that's hitting my foot. So let's see, I can use a silver angel. Wait. Okay, yeah, those are all guys, so. We'll give Sodina a silver angel. And Weena a silver angel for now. Which increases their intimacy with me, right? Which I think is the actual level. It did not. Let's leave that be for now. I don't really feel like dating immediately. Gotta work into it. Gotta get in the mood. There's a smithy here, though. I think we could use some smithy time, right? I feel like there's some value in doing this right now. Yes, there is. But I don't really care about the element of the weapon. This whole game has shown that the element doesn't matter. Hi, it's never time for dating. I never want to date again, Anthony. Because I'm a bitter man. No, I don't want to date right now. I don't know, like, I want new healing spells. I want new spells in general, but the elemental magic in this game just doesn't matter, ever. Crafting your sword doesn't really matter other than making the attack power go up. Is what I'm finding, which kind of makes the rest of the game kind of, I don't know. Also, I'm upgrading all these weapons, but these people don't fight. It's pretty much Musa and Mice the entire time. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's go down here. Oh, that's right. Okay, so that's the crafting place, and then that's dating, and then is there a map for this area? No. I got my SD card today, and it took me forever to find my SD. What's it called? My SD card reader. So I plugged it into my PC, but then I didn't think about. I don't know if all SD card readers are compatible with like old SD cards. Why suddenly have more mood? I wonder if because I upgraded their weapon, maybe
Club.
I got more mood.
Choose a frame.
I didn't have more mood earlier. I think I did this one last time.
Say cheese.
Say cheese.
Did it turn out okay?
There we go. Anyways, so I got my SD card and I plugged in my computer and have not actually looked at it yet, but I gotta try to figure out what I need to load on there so I can play GameCube games, or Game Boy games. And then also force GameCube games to run at 480p probably, is probably what I'm gonna do. I don't remember where I need to go. It's probably, I think it's down here, around, in here. And I'm pretty sure the lady says, "Are you sure you want to go to this place in here?" And I just need to go in there. That sounds, it's all coming together. Or no, the lady isn't there. I'm just descending. I got like the ugliest looking SD card though. Oh, is this literally just the altar? Yeah. Well, I assume there's a boss fight here. Which I think after this one, if I get the flame, that's 4 out of 5 flames, with the Dark Lord having the other one. Although I think the last 2 of these there wasn't like a boss battle. Okay. There we go. Yeah.
Natalia, I am offering you one last chance. Join me. It would be a pity to have to destroy you.
Silence. Your words do not touch the heart of a spirit blacksmith of the light.
Do my words not touch you? You leave me no choice then. Watch as the flame of light changes into that of darkness. Behold my power!
Oh.
That's enough.
That's stupid. That looked really dumb.
Natalia!
Mice, get the holy flame.
Get the holy flame. I thought the summons and the holy flame were the same, but I guess not. Oh!
Those of darkness are unable to wield the flame of the light.
What was that? She like walked over then fell over again.
How did the Emperor acquire this ability? I underestimated his determination. Mice, hurry.
I want to
the
see that
Nova.
again on stream.
The Emperor's
Oh!
possession of the holy flame means the end of the world.
She like stands up in the cutscene, walks over, then falls over again. That's weird.
Don't allow him to take the holy flame.
Ah! Nope.
What was that?
Standing back up again.
There's something approaching the library.
I don't understand. It's like they want her to
What
be
is it?
injured, but they can't.
Do not concern yourself with me. Mice, go!
They can't like portray that she's anything but standing or dead.
Do not concern yourself with me. Mice, go!
Nice go. Alright. Alright. I did also find out that why my GameCube games look different dimensions between the stream and the my TV, and it's for some reason my TV is reading 640 by 480 as I forget what it is. It's like 666 by something. I don't know where I'm going. Am I going up here? Hurry to where? I think I'm going the wrong way. This doesn't seem right. Because these are all shops over here and stuff. Okay, let me think about this. So there's... Because this is the smithing room. Where did she tell me to go? It's not in here. Although I don't think I checked this room for MP earlier. Although it does not seem like there's any MP in here, so... Oops. No, we're good. Ooh. Oops. I wonder why those doors, like... rotate like that. Let's see. Nice go. Where am I going? So this, she said, can't leave. We are not allowed to leave. All right. So let's go in here, and then go to the right. Maybe it's up where the other stuff was the other day. Cause there's that like set of cutscenes that were up here. And like that big, what is it called? It's not a balcony, like a big overhang that you could stand on. Where Musa and Weena were. Let's see. Okay. Oh, you can't go in the ladies' room at all. I'm surprised they don't even let you go in there for post stuff. I mean, I would feel like there'd be something up here. With how elaborate all this like staircase stuff is, it always felt weird that there's just like a cutscene up here of minor relevance. Yep, okay, there we go. Get the big sword. Oh, hey, little anime, right? All right. It's just feet digging into the cement. I feel like your like feet would grind off.
but I'm taking her with me. But I'll leave you Death Crimson in her place. I hope you enjoy it.
Death Crimson? Is it the ship?
So, Dina, you know too well that I want the power you have.
I don't know if that's like scratches or what. Oh, hello. I wonder who animated this. It's oddly colorful compared to what I think a lot of late 90s animes look like. Like the actual shading of mice, or like the color tone they use for him, like that cream color.
Everyone, let's go! Let's get Sodina back!
And there's also like a slight pixelation around him. Okay. This is chapter 12? No, not yet. Okay. Keep it up. It's my favorite time. Time to press X a bunch. I tried adjusting my microphone because, you know, I listen to these streams and it's like, oh, I can hear myself pressing X the entire time. But I don't know. It seems like I might have to adjust the actual microphone settings on the PC itself, or like find a mixer or something. Cause what in the world? Where am I going? Cause like, I don't know. The gate I think is too low. That's interesting. I don't know why that design stands out to me. Also, I don't have Sodina in my party. Oh no, yeah, Sodina gets taken out of my party. So who's my next healer? I think Mice is. Does what's her face have healing? Nelsha? She has really high magic power. It's weird how like Sodina is like the only character that gets removed from your party over and over again. Okay. I think Nelsha has a heal. Let's see. Yeah, she's got a heal. Nelsha. Nelsha don't like that. Guessing there's no map for this dungeon. I don't think there's maps for the dungeon. This is just kind of a weird shaped dungeon. Oh, okay. This week I've been mainly playing Schoolgirl Zombie Hunters. Which is interesting. Oh no, Schoolgirl Zombie Hunters is surprisingly entertaining, but it's also like the most run-of-the-mill, not even run-of-the-mill, like below average third-person shooter you could possibly imagine. I got a math book. Yeah, it's just like I don't know, you just shoot zombies. You've got, you know, assault rifles and what's it called? Oh. I feel like maybe to the right is a bad idea. Yeah. So okay, so when you play multiplayer in that game, you can get knocked down on the ground. and when you're on the ground, you can spin around. And for some reason, once in a while, you'll spin on the ground, and a light will shine out of your hand. It's hard to say what that light is. It might be a bullet that's stuck, or like or like your character's flashlight or something. And as you spin around on the ground while you're laying down, you can spin pretty fast. The light gets bigger and bigger, and it'll eventually just crash the game for everyone in the party. And it's just a weird thing, because it doesn't take that much, like, spinning. It takes maybe, like, you know, 5 to 10 spins, and then suddenly the game's just gone. but it's largely fairly reasonable. I've definitely played worse. And then I feel like the problem is that the weapons aren't particularly balanced. There's these guns called, like, dismemberment guns. And they will tear limbs and body pieces off of the zombies. And so each zombie has 5 pieces, 2 legs, arms, and a head. And if their head gets dismembered, they're instantly dead. And I think if all 4 of their limbs get dismembered, and I think some of them only need 3 of their limbs dismembered, they'll instantly die. So what happens is you just get a submachine gun or assault rifle or a shotgun with dismemberment. And these guns have 0 damage or 1 damage at best. But it doesn't matter, you just tear the zombies apart. And so I literally got the submachine gun with dismemberment on the very first mission I ever played in that game. And it's still probably the best gun all the way to what I've played so far, which is... I'm getting close. I've gotten most of the guns in the game at this point. And I don't imagine there ever being anything more powerful, because it's not like you don't particularly find better guns as you do find guns with like different attributes and stuff. Like this one has blast, which like knocks zombies back, or this one has piercing, so the bullets go through and pierce through to another zombie. But at the end of the day, none of it outweighs the amount of time it takes to just shred an enemy with the dismemberment gun. So you can get the attack up guns, or like the high powered guns, but they still take like half a clip of the SMG to kill one of the larger zombies or something at most. And so it's like, what's the point? Because every dismemberment gun just destroys everything. So the only reason you don't use a dismemberment gun is for the boss fights, because the bosses can't be dismembered. And it's like they have a health bar basically, and that's pretty much it. So you just use like an attack up gun. Sometimes blast is helpful on particularly one fight where there's like a lot of bosses at once, but they're the only enemies that are really worth it. Anyone else who has that you're going to use blast on isn't going to be worth it. You'd rather just dismember it to them. Not a very good game, but okay for $20. Not enough costumes either for a game that's all about, like, you know, your characters and their looks. It's strange that there's just like not any costumes really. Hey, guy. Thank you. I think so. I think I have maybe like I'm probably almost 2/3 the story mode, which is you have to play the story to get the costumes, and I found maybe 3 or 4 different types of shirts, and then 2 colors for each of them, at most. Tons of underwear. You can get tons of different underwear, and then at some point in the game you find a shower. So, you know, I don't think it's particularly surprising that there's a shower scene or something. But if you wear your underwear for 30 minutes, you can go take a shower, and then your underwear gets added to your inventory as worn underwear. And and you stick it on the ground, and all the male zombies will attack the underwear for about 60 seconds. And then you can also throw your own clothes off for about 15 seconds, and they'll attack the clothes too because they smell your scent on the clothes. There's like a bunch of pink perfume that sprays out from it. It's called Schoolgirl Zombie Hunters. I can show you the outfits at the end of the stream if you want. You just gotta remind me. Or like when I'm switching between, probably at the end of the stream, because I'll have to adjust the resolution of my HDMI capture. But once I do that, I'd be able to show you. I could play like a mission. I thought about playing it this week as my end game. Or if you have to leave at some point, just let me know. I don't mind switching over. But I was thinking about playing it at the end of this week, but the reality is that the missions are so basic, and hopefully Mice doesn't die, that it's really, I feel like I'd just be sitting there shooting zombies and going, yep, this is what this game is. So maybe we'll play through like a mission or something. I think if the dismemberment guns weren't in the game, it would be a more exciting game, or at least a more challenging game, but at the same time the game feels so hard. Like I can't imagine like I can't imagine playing through that game without dismemberment guns. It feels like it'd be impossible, but at the same time dismemberment guns are just like so broken. Yeah, I don't know. But it's good fun. The multiplayer kind of stinks though. It's like 10 missions and that's it. And they're all just like defend the base kind of stuff. So I don't really understand why things like I don't know what you would call it, like base defense kind of stuff is so popular in multiplayer games. It's like a quick way. I guess you don't have to do any design work. You just make waves essentially. That's probably why people do it, because it's just cheap to do. But I've always preferred more crafted content, I feel like, for multiplayer stuff. I prefer more like levels rather than like sit here and defend this fax machine. Are you asleep, Mice? Yeah. Alright. I really wish I could switch the slots of characters without them running from battle. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's fun. The thing is with it though is it's completely average in pretty much every way. And I think really the only thing that stands out about it is the fact that it's like a D3 game. And it's kind of interesting to see a publisher like D3 try to make a shooter. Just because they're not typically a company that's going to make like this super well polished thing, so they like make a lot of weird and often bad decisions regarding the game. But it's not like PBS where it's like this is a good game on its own. Like take out all the lady clothes spraying off and stuff. Like PBS is a great game. At least the multiplayer, you know, the single player content PBS I think is arguable. I would say there's a lot of the single player stuff in PBS that I'm not super big fan of. It's just kind of overly easy and just takes a while. And I wish the story was a little more involving, but at the same time it also seems like the story in PBS was more of like, this is a side story game, so sounds good. This is a side story game, and PBS is like not a part of the mainline Senran Kagura game. So I'd like to play a mainline Senran Kagura and see if all the stories are kind of you can still play PBS, but there's not that many people around playing PBS anymore. There's actually a organized group playing PBS now, and if I have to turn my notifications off on PS4 because I just get notifications nonstop. That was a short dungeon. Oh, hey, guy.
What the hell are you doing here? Stupid humans aren't permitted here.
This guy kind of reminds me of Polog from Draconis.
Stupid? You're the stupid one. You really think you can make people follow you through tyranny?
I'll be honest with you, I don't remember what the enemies in this game really want.
Humans have willpower, which you machines lack. Machines can never rule humans.
I guess they destroyed my town at the beginning of the game, and that's bad that they did that.
Musa.
Oh, impressing Weena.
Pathetic humans! You don't understand anything! Machines are perfect! We are destined to rule! Worthless humans! I'll destroy all of you!
Alright, let's see how this goes. But yeah, Skullgirl Zombie Hunters, I think, is just like, there's a style to it, and it's not a lot of style, but in some ways that kind of feels like its own style. Like, it feels like a simple series game, like a budget release. Yeah. And yeah. That's about how I feel about the whole thing. I accidentally put her in standby. I don't want that at all. I need to use summons too. Actually, no. I'm messing everything up. First, I need to heal him. Second, I need a Might Guts. Can you Might Guts yourself? Yes, you can. But I mean, like, there's no competitive multiplayer in that game. But at the same time, I feel like if there was, it wouldn't be very good anyways. We'll try Golda. PBS is just like, I don't know. There are good things about PBS. It's unfortunate that they had to split up like the player base for it. And anyone have barrier? Weaken? I don't know if that'll work. Let's find out. I feel like most JRPGs don't let you debuff the boss, which is something I've never particularly liked. Bing! So much less fancy than the cutscene. I don't think you would have liked the endgame grind for PBS, Anthony. It wouldn't have been. I don't think it would have been Yelfang. Golda! But yeah, we'll see if I do anything on Zombie Hunters. It's one of those games where I don't particularly feel strongly enough about it to really do any content around it. But at the same time, sometimes it feels like you should still do content about games like that. I don't think you always want a review where you either super... Let me see what happens here. I think it worked. I'm surprised. You don't always want... I feel like you don't always want to do content on, hey, I hate this game, or hey, I really like this game. You kind of need some stuff in between sometimes. But at the same time, I feel like it can be very middling to sit there and be like, yeah, this game's alright. Like, to not feel particularly passionate about it, just be like, yeah, you know, I can play this game. But hey, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. That's a lot of damage. Okay. Summon, and then I need to cancel this, and then we'll give him speed. Actually, you know, I might survive these battles fairly well, because I grinded quite a bit. Actually, I might need to cancel speed. Or I might need to get Mice to heal himself, one or the other. I think Mice healing himself is the smarter choice at this point. Oops. I need a heal plus. Okay. Oops. We'll get a heal ready. I want what's her face to heal, not him. Oh, dang it. Pretty ladies. I did not play any Penny Punching Princess this week. I am so bad at playing gameplay games. I need to play it some. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I should play some Penny Punching Princess. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see.
Ready for your doom!
Oh, I was about to say that seemed like a really weak attack. At least everyone in my party has a lot of attack skills. So, I guess that's the problem with Sodina, is that if she ends up being in front, she doesn't really have a lot of options other than D-knives, which is kind of eh. Okay, I think we'll just melee to death just in case in case there's another form or something. Ooh.
You will die!
Oh! Alright. Okay, that hurt. Nelsha took a lot of damage, actually. You should heal yourself, Nelsha. And I think I'm gonna get Mice to heal himself just as a caution. Nelsha might die. Okay, Nelsha should be alright. Oh, he's dead. Nelsha win! Yay! Mice survived a boss fight. Nelsha has the highest magic power, I think, out of everyone, too. Oh.
There must be some kind of mistake.
Like oil?
I can't believe I lost to a miserable human!
I was like, where's the no? And apparently exploding. Hello? I'm surprised you saw that explosion before I did. Or maybe you just predicted it. I don't know. How's it going? Oh. That's the last holy flame. Give me the holy flame. I don't know if I get another summon from this, though. Oh, yep, I do. Unicorn man. Oh, wind. Woo! We did it. We have all 5 of the powers. And we gotta save Sodina, dude. Dianova. Oh! Am I moving? Oh, I'm moving. Hello. Is this it? Is this the end? It's not. There's like 3 more chapters left. But I can talk to everyone. Can I go back down? This is a weird room. 7p. Okay, well, I guess we're going here. Everyone's so happy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this is coming through on the stream.
I wonder how they land this thing.
This is so compressed and blurry.
Please be seated and prepare for landing.
Whoa. That was bad. I gotta see that. Oh my gosh. I guess it wouldn't have come through as well as on CRT, but like even these CG cutscenes look way better than this thing. It's like they recorded on a VHS or something.
What are we gonna do, mice?
So blurry.
This is gonna hurt.
Let's ram them.
That was strange. I don't know why, but he was like, leaders are always at the top of towers, and I think Hitler was like in a bunker or something at some point underground. Hitler was a leader, right? Yep, sure was. Glad I thought of him, I guess. I don't know. Chapter 12. Only 2 more chapters left. Alright, oh, that's apparently a zone. I didn't think that was the case, but here we are. Let me make sure there's not anything out here real quick. I'm sure there absolutely isn't, but gotta be thorough. This place is quite colorful. There we go. Okay. More of that guy. At some point, I think they stopped making new enemy sprites. Because I'm pretty sure both these guys are from previous areas. And just have been recolored. Although, I mean, we're kind of at the last dungeon, I guess, per se. So maybe that's why. Yeah! I think that's true of a lot of JRPGs, is that everyone just ends up inside of the main character. Which, hey, I don't know if I should spoil something in a different game. Just by saying the name would spoil it at this point now. But there's a game where everyone is stored inside of you, and that's like an actual story point. Is like... is that everybody inside of you is just like people you have killed in the past, and they were helping you throughout your mission, but it really was just you with their weapons. Because you can only play one at a time, actually. I recovered no EP. You only play one at a time, so the whole thing was the idea that you had this suitcase that you were taking their weapons out of their suitcase and being them. Even though when you were playing the game, you saw them like they were people and they had like character interactions and stuff. But they weren't. And at the end, the guy's just like, it wasn't me. Because he didn't realize he killed them all, and then like he's all upset at the end. He's like, it wasn't me, just a misunderstanding. I like that game a lot. By saying the name, though, I would spoil it, so I don't want to say the name now. But, yeah. If you've played the game, I think you know what it is. You shoot yourself in the head at the end of the game. It's you standing on the other side of the rooftop from you, and you shoot yourself. So... I think like super hot at the end you shoot yourself in the head too. I guess I spoiled super hot, but I don't think super hot's a very story heavy game or anything like that. I forget what it says. It like has some text on there too. That's really silly. Like, become free, and it's like you standing beside yourself shooting yourself. Yeah, that's not the what's it called thing. Actually Super Hot's on PC. The other game I was talking about is currently only on console, but there's been teasers that there'll be an HD remake of it. So it could end up on PC, but I don't think they'll play it. It's a Suda 51 game. The only thing is that, like, I know nobody probably watches this VOD, but I like the actual like recording afterwards, but I feel bad if I'm just like, I'm gonna tell you the thing that I just spoiled everything about. But yeah, this game's still this. 20 hours later, this game still this. I tried, so I don't know if you watched any other streams. I'm gonna guess probably not. After the fact, I tried making this character in the back named Nelsha. She has like really high magic power. I was like, oh cool, I'll make her into like a elemental damage person, because at the time, I guess now Mice is still like way over leveled compared to everyone else. I mean, like look at Mice, Musa, and I think Sodina is around the same level as these guys, and everyone else is like 41, 42. So I was like, I'm gonna make another party. So I try to make Nelsha as like my attacker, as like a magic attacker. But then the magic attacks were useless, and so I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna put Musa in front again. And I don't know how Mice ended up back in front, to be honest with you. But at some point, I guess he switched back over. I'm doing a bad job with the staircase. I think I wasn't paying attention, just ran up there and just like left. I can show you though, hi Wind Dragon. One neat thing about Nelsha, let me see if I can get Nelsha out of here, or up here real quick. Hopefully I don't die. I don't know how weak Nelsha is. Let me get Musa out of here too. I should actually, you know what? I should make Nelsha try to heal herself. And then if I can wait on switching out Musa, I'll wait to switch out Musa. Nope. Okay, he's gone. So Nelsha has outfits. and she has a backpack full of outfits that you can put on. And so like this one drains HPs from opponents, so she gets stressed. She's gonna need the HP. Probably. Ow, that hurt. Oh, I hope this heals her a good amount, or else we're dead. So yeah, you get dressed up. And then you become a blonde lady. Yeah. Don't be China girl. Oh yeah, it's no problem. Nothing of, like, I was just saying right before you got in here, I don't remember why anyone is bad in this game. It's just like they're bad for no good reason other than like we're the Dark Master of Dark Powers. And I'm just like, I can't remember what the plot is other than just evil things blew up my town. It's the equivalent of 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. Bitch stole my crystal skull. But it's just Dark Master blew up my house and killed Jobble. Jobble died. You remember Jobble, right? Okay, that's right. Nelsha's fine. And then after that, I don't really know what happened. Yeah, generally cosplay. Excuse me, it's China Girl. I have no idea if that dress has like a specific name. I would assume so. I've always seen like Chinese dress or something like that, but I would just have to imagine that in China there's a name for it. So I'm sure they don't call their own dress the Chinese dress. Mine's got a little wet. If you do come back later, probably around like 9:30, outside of 1080 Avalanche, I will be playing a very small amount of Schoolgirl Zombie Hunters. Speaking of costumes, and the fact that that game actually doesn't really have that many costumes for what it is. But it'll probably be like 9:30 or something when I play that, and it'll probably be like for 10 minutes or something. Something ridiculously short. But Schoolgirl Zombie Hunters, part of me wants to say it's an alright game. It's a thing. Yeah, non-brand specific. This is my generic China Girl. Generic brand. I like Nelsha as a party member. I don't like her as a character. She does that thing where she says her own name. So she's like, Nelsha don't like that. And I'm like, Nelsha, why do you talk like that, Nelsha? I don't know if like in the Japanese version, or like, I feel like there's a lot of Japanese games and stuff. Oh, hey, look, it's another one of those drill girls. I feel like in a lot of Japanese things, a female character will sit there and say their name over and over again. And I don't know if they're trying to replicate something, and in Japanese they're not just sitting there saying their name, or if like in America, or in English, I should say, there's no equivalent of what they're saying, so they say their own name, like a Pokemon or something. Nelsha loves mice. Alright, see ya. Enjoy work. I don't want to go back to work tomorrow. I recovered 1 EP. I gotta do something with this PCFX at some point. It's been sitting here on this cart, and not much has been going on with it. I need to illegally acquire some PCFX games, and by that I mean I need to burn some PCFX games at some point. But I don't know if I really want to stream them. Streaming Japanese, unless it's like something that's like very clearly something I can get through without, you know, having to sit there and absorb a lot of story or something. I might stream more PCFX games. But if it's like Blue Breaker Burst, and I'm gonna sit here and watch all these anime ladies talking Japanese because I'm a dumbass, and I'm like, I don't understand any of this, but it's story. That I probably will not stream. Because I feel like that'd be super boring. I like the animation of him casting spells. I'm also just realizing I probably have to go pee. Just so you know. If you want to join in on me use the bathroom, I will probably go use the bathroom. And by join in, I mean I'm going to leave. Because I'm not taking this headset to the bathroom with me. What's not an option? Going to use the bathroom? I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Once I finish this fight with this water monster. It is a little frustrating that all my game shelves are like across the room from me, because like every time I need to move with my headset on, like if I'm in a thing with people, a chat with people, I'm like, I have to take my headset off and leave to go look for stuff. Thanks, Nelsha. You recovered nothing. Oh no. No, thank you. I didn't know those were things. I don't want anything to do with that. For a second I thought you said for gold rather than for old people. I just saw the OLD. Catheters for gold. Trade your gold urine and for... Oh, there's another treasure chest over there. I'm sure those antidotes that I'm gonna get from it probably are very important. Oh man. I hope there is like a recovery place before this is over. I want to keep summons available if I can. I haven't watched TV in so long. I have no idea what's it called. New ads are on TV anymore. There's one when I lived back in Georgia that was like for I think like flooring or something. Empire Flooring. And the end of it was always like 1-800-588-2300 Empire. Call today, bro. And that's just like forever in my head at this point in my life. Part of me says I'm glad I don't watch like TV anymore, but at the same time I waste so much time watching streams and stuff. Particularly Giant Bomb streams. I don't know if you saw, but they did a an Xbox One original Xbox games on Xbox One at 1 o'clock today. I think it was, or maybe it was yesterday. I think it was today. And those games, like Blinks the Time Cat, looks pretty good. I healed the wrong person. Blinks the Time Cat looks pretty good. Like, the character models are solid. Looks really nice. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've gone through like 5 of these flame guys. Let's heal the right person. I healed the right person, but I used the wrong person for healing. I'm not paying attention. But, yeah, I like, if I had TV and, like, watched it, I'd probably just spend, like, all day watching a bunch of garbage. I watch a lot of garbage these days anyways, but I don't know, like, I like the History Channel. I like Antique Roadshows, stuff like that. I like boring old people TV, I feel like. But I'd rather watch that stuff than like reality TV. That reality TV is very difficult for me to sit through. All right, what did we get for wasting our time? Potion EX. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's the door. Oh, battle. Alright, well, while you step away, I'm gonna step away too real quick. Use the bathroom. We're just gonna pause. We're just gonna leave it here. Leave it on those enemies. Those blue enemies. I'll be back, and you be back too. One 800-588-2300 Call today, bro. I am relieved. Let us cast magic. I really want a spell that will heal everyone in my party at some point. Ooh, yeah. That multi-attack. Boy. I think there's like a 3 times attack. I think one of my favorite things in old Final Fantasy, at least particularly Final Fantasy 3, is in the DS version of Final Fantasy 3, I should say. I have not played the original Final Fantasy 3. One of my favorite things is like getting the multi-hit with each weapon and like your character's arms just like freaking out because they're attacking so fast. It's like little vibrating hands, like it's pretty great. It's a good time. Yeah. I wish these were a little bit more like that, but that's okay. It still feels good, I think, is what's important. And they happen rare enough that, like, I think in the case of Final Fantasy, it happens like every single attack. So as satisfying as it is, it does kind of lose some of its luster at some point. But, you know. I'm gonna hold and heal. And then we'll attack after that. Just because I don't feel like opening the menu after this. It probably takes a longer amount of time, but that's okay, because you have to watch all the animations and stuff. I would have saved HP though. If I just went ahead and killed him. Who's is level 50? Play Dad of Son. I don't don't know when I'll play Dad of Son, or if I will play Dad of Son. We'll see. I just don't know what I don't really care for God of War. I played the demo for God of War 3 at some point. And I just felt bad, like, murdering all these little civilian people that weren't doing anything. I was like, oh my gosh. I think I wrote an article that was like, I don't like this guy. Like, I don't need to play this full game. I don't fucking like this guy. But, yeah, I think it was that in, like, Ninja Gaiden 2 demo or something, where you just, like, stab a guy in the stomach. And it was weird, because, like, it wasn't just, like, a cutscene. It was, like, a QTE that they forced you into. And so, like, you're sitting there, and you're like, it's just, like, this sad man who's, like, hanging on the cliff, trying to, like, he's reaching his arm out, trying to get your help, and then you just, like, smash his head in the wall and throw him down the cliff. And you're like, you could help that man. You could have saved that man, but nope. I'm God of Kratos. It's my name. So you just murder that man. You could not skip killing him. I tried. I also tried in Ninja Gaiden 2 to skip. Or maybe it's Ninja Gaiden 3 actually to skip killing the guy that they want you to kill, and it's just a QT. You have to kill him. It's like you don't advance unless you do it, and it made me feel bad. I'm guessing God of War 2018. I hate it when series are just like, I'm God of War again. Hey, Castlevania on Nintendo 64 should probably not have been just called Castlevania, but hey, people fix that by, you know, doing the Super Mario 64 thing and just putting 64 at the end of the name. Even if Konami didn't put 64 at the end of the name. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't think the combat looks particularly good. And I don't know if I care about Kratos or Boy. I don't know anything about Boy, though, so. And if Kratos is just an asshole the whole game, I don't know. It depends. It's like, I want him to be an asshole with a purpose. I think it's less of, I'm not saying I want it to be God of War, whatever number they're on at this point. I don't know. Did they make a God of War 4? I know they made, like, Arisen, but, like, just like a subtitle or something. I just hate having to put, like, God of War, parentheses, 2018. But yes, numbers are intimidating. That's why people generally try avoid doing them, I feel like. And it's particularly just kind of frustrating when you're like trying to write about a game, but at the same time I'm like, I was talking about Final Fantasy 3 earlier, and I was like, Final Fantasy 3, the DS remake. Yeah, just a subtitle, something to differentiate it, but you know. Instead, we have Sonic the Hedgehog, parentheses, 2006. It's like a minor gripe, like who gives a fuck really? But, like how often do you talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 2006? Although I guess in the case of God of War 1 and 2, the original God of War and God of War 2018, they're both good games, so it's something that people would probably talk about in different scenarios. But, you know, maybe people just say God of War on PS4. They could have just pulled a Nintendo and said God of War for PS4, like they did with Smash Brothers, where they just said God of War, or they said Smash Brothers for Wii U. (2018), yeah. I forget what it's always like. Robotron 2084, so God of War 2084. I think technically it is Super Smash Brothers for Wii U and Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo 3DS. I could be wrong. I'd have to check again. But I'm pretty sure 3DS and Wii U are smack dab in that title. Well, that's weird. They opened all the gates automatically for me. I'd have to double check. I can't remember, but that sounds right. I remember it being kind of whatever. But hey, at the end of the day, who cares? Everyone just calls it Smash 4. So I thought about playing Smash Brothers again the other day. I miss playing as Robin a lot. It's probably my favorite character in that game. But I lost my Wii U save data when I sent my stuff in for repair, so I lost my Smash Brothers characters. Roy Boy, they added Roy to Smash 4. I didn't like playing him very much. And I'm not good enough at Smash anymore to play a good Marth anymore. Although Marth is kind of, I think he's kind of mid-tier in Smash 4. Bamboo hairpin. Do you heal me, man? I would love a heal. Yeah. There are no Bentley sisters in this game. Okay. I think it was like Solid Snake was going to be in Melee at one point. Or they had talked about it, but it was so late in development that they were like, no. How did you have to unlock Sonic in Melee? Also, the idea of unlocking Sonic in Melee in 2001 when the Dreamcast was like just dead seems a little much. But hey, you know, kids. It's a nice multi-attack. What did you have to do? Like, I don't know what it was, because I know Mewtwo is like just play a certain amount of rounds. There's the thing. Oh, wireframe. Wireframe's tough, man. Like, if you play wireframe on a certain difficulty, at a certain high level, it's nearly impossible. I think this character is my favorite enemy. She's just so happy and spinny. What time is it anyways? It's been about an hour. Yeah. I remember people were saying in my middle school that Yoshi was going to be in Smash Brothers for the Xbox. But I also, at one point, said, Square Enix will never publish anything on Xbox. I don't know if they published anything on the original Xbox, to be honest, though. But on the Xbox 360, Final Fantasy XI was published. I don't want a snake. Paul has 2 snakes, and I don't. I just stay away from them as much as possible. Oh, EGM. It was like an April Fool's thing, I assume. I never really read EGM, so. I pretty much, quote, read Nintendo Power, but by that I mean I looked at the pictures of Nintendo Power and didn't read anything. I did have, and I think I still, no, you know, I think I got rid of this magazine. I probably gave it to Tim when I moved. I had some random video game magazine someone sent me at some point, and it had a Phantasy Star Online 2, or Phantasy Star Online Episode 2 review in it for the Dreamcast. And it was like the smallest review I've ever seen in my life. I think it was maybe like 3 sentences long. It was like, Phantasy Star Online is back with more of the same content. Enemies have been reskinned in a harder difficulty mode. New areas feature different environments, but a lot of the enemies behave nearly identical. And I think that's the entire review. Just like this tiny ass box in the corner. I don't know what the reception was like for episode 2 at the time. That review was very clearly not for it really. I'm trying to remember. I think if you look in the data files, there's actually like Fomors and like all the GameCube, not exclusive, sorry, the characters that are added in the Phantasy Star 1 and 2 collection. All the character data was in there for Phantasy Star Online Episode 2, but the problem is I think they ended up making the game compatible with Episode 1. I think it was compatible with version 1.1 of Phantasy Star Online. And in order to do that, they couldn't have those new characters because all the data had to be on the disc itself. They couldn't like store like Fomor data on a memory card or something because there just wasn't enough space. And so I think like there's a lot of data for those characters in there, but they just weren't used because they couldn't get them to work with the old game. I'm kind of surprised they didn't just do what they did in other versions of the game, where like they just use like the GM looking model. I don't like that model though in Phantasy Star Online. That's a nasty looking GM. Just where I came from? I don't think so. Yeah, I got rid of my magazines. I was never gonna read through them again. I think the entire archive in Nintendo Power is up on like archive.org, so I'm really not concerned. If I want to look at it, I can. But I doubt I would ever dig into that stuff. What do you mean by an RPG where your entire crew can fight in battle? Are you just making fun of Thousand Arms? Is that the only thing you're trying to do? Or do you mean like your entire party is just in battle all at once? I think it's a good magazine to have if you, I mean, you like the aesthetic of Phantasy Star Online a lot, so. I'm trying to think, there are definitely games where, Star Ocean 5, I think, everybody's in your party at once. What else? I think, what's it called? Shoot, what's the name of that game? Square Enix game was on Xbox 360. I don't like this dungeon. Oh man. I like that in Final Fantasy X you can switch the party members out mid-battle. Final Fantasy 15, your entire party's with you the whole time, right? I mean, I guess I don't know if they add new party members later on. It's not Lost Odyssey. I don't know if Lost Odyssey has that. I haven't played it. It was running on Unreal Engine, came out on 360 and PC. I think it might have been called The Last Remnant or something like that. I think that game had a lot of party members, but I think what it was each party member had a squad. So you'd go into battle with like a party leader and then 6 members in there that were just like generic NPCs. And then you had them all spread out across the battlefield or something. I think that's what it was. I never played it, so I could be like lying out my asshole right now. Yeah, Star Ocean 5 is the only one I could think of off the top of my head. I think Tim played through that recently and enjoyed it. But I don't think it's like a... From what I hear, it's not like a stellar RPG or anything like that. I think it reviewed pretty mediocre. I wonder if Romancing Saga... No, not Romancing Saga. I wonder if any of the Saga games has that. Yeah, I can't. Excuse me, I can't think of any off the top of my head other than Star Ocean 5. I'd have to think about it. I don't think I've played anything like that though. Where am I going? Oh, treasure chests. Yeah. That's probably all I got for you right now. I probably have to go through my RPGs. I think the problem would just be if you're giving commands to them all, it would just take a lot of time. It's either I think you're gonna try to keep the party confined to like 5 characters at most, or you're just going to yeah, split them up. Apparently brought Kaito's Origins with me. I'm not sure why. I guess it might be expensive now. I would assume it's a low print game, but I just saw it the other day and I was like, oh, alright, well, I guess I brought this with me. That game only has 3 party members for the whole game. Including Millie, which is... I kind of remember liking Millie a lot, but then I don't particularly remember much about Millie in Batten Kaitos Origins. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 kind of has that. You can send your blades off to go do garbage. You know, something I wouldn't like mind so much, and oh, okay, goodbye. Something I wouldn't mind so much is one of my favorite things about Skies of Arcadia is this, and it's don't get me wrong, it's not like anything super elaborate. It's this like constant sense of action on the battlefield, because the characters are constantly like running around and smacking each other. They're not doing any damage, but they're just like going around and like animating attacks, and it actually is kind of gets in the way of the gameplay, because some of the moves in that game require or like have cones and stuff. So if you have like 3 characters who just like walk up on an enemy just so they could go pretend hit them or something, and that enemy does like an AoE move that just like hits all of them, you didn't have any control that they went over there and did that. They just did that on their own. Because that's like how that game works. I wouldn't mind something where like, you know, you had a core battle going on in the center, and then maybe in the background you had, you know, your other party members back there like hitting similar enemies or something like that, or just making it look like they're busy doing something. I wouldn't mind something like that. This hurts. Oh, I misread. I thought you said going to do mercenary missions, not macros. Jesus, this lady is tearing me up. But that's not how Skies of Arcadia is. Skies of Arcadia just has that like initial concept that I was talking about, of, like poking each other to make it look like stuff's happening. I always like the idea of like a especially in games where you're playing like a single character, having like a fellow character that comes with you, like adventuring fellows in Final Fantasy XI. I like that idea. It's something I wanted out of Final Fantasy XIV 2.0 that never came, because you had your chocobo, but I get that you're like leveling a chocobo, and for all intents and purposes, it's the exact same thing as like having an NPC. It's just how they look. But I like them to be more of a character than just, I'm a chocobo. I'm gonna claw the shit out of this enemy or something. Ah, yeah, it's just standby for now. What if you had a game, Anthony, where the party leader stands in front and does all the fighting while everyone else just sits in the back and stares, and the rest of the party just sits in your inventory? That'd be a great game, right? Alright. I wonder if Chapter 14 is going to be extensive or not. I feel like the game's kind of wrapping up, but... Let's see. Do I have like normal potions that I can just burn through? Yeah. I'm sure these do like nothing now. Yeah. Let's use some of these potions. I keep forgetting to feed my mag in PSO2. Considering it gets to like level 200, I need to be on top of that. We did it. This isn't going to take forever. Is that 40 HP per one? Yeah, that was 41 HP. I don't know how much these potions are healing for. The number amount's just like going all over the place. Weird. We did it. I'm never going to use these things for anything else. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we can equip people with stuff. Speed bracer, guard bracer. Give him a guard bracer. I didn't upgrade any of these other weapons, but I have my doubts that they're actually worth anything, given how everything else in this game has been not worth anything. Needle? Turn a Vader in here. Let's just list those out, yeah. I forget if I saved. Let's just save again real quick. Just in case I die. Okay, looks like I saved, but I healed myself, so. Is this a door? Yeah. Nope, that's where I came from. Oh. Thought it was a cutscene at first. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I gotta play a lot of JRPGs still. I have a ton in my backlog. I don't think I want to stream another JRPG right away, either. Especially since this one's on the shorter side and it feels like it's been forever. If I already get like a 70-hour RPG, imagine that. I'd have to take a huge break at some point. It's been like half a year streaming Thousand Arms, if it was 60 hours. Ouchie. At least with like another RPG, it'd be more exciting than this. Oh, bye. At least I still get EXP for the one I killed. I should try those bottles at some point. I don't know if they do damage. Well, I'm sure they do damage, I just don't know how much. I don't care about any of these treasure chests. Except for that one on the right that I'm going to go for because it's right there. Okay. More spin, girl. Somebody messaged me on Facebook. Who is and why? Who dis in Facebook? No, that's not what I have to do. There we go. I gotta figure out at some point how to stream from my PC without bringing in all my desktop audio and it not sounding like shit. I remember when I streamed Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, the sound was like super tinny and stuff. At least I think I've got like the actual video feed coming in here down. Obviously the stream itself could be a bit more extravagant, but it gets the point across. The gameplay is there. The chat is there if somebody is watching the backlog and I don't have to sit here and repeat what everyone says all the time. So. And I can switch between my two capture cards relatively easily? Question mark? I have some problems sometimes, but it's less a problem with capture card and more of just like how I have it configured to look at the capture card and stuff. But I usually set up the other game beforehand. So behind me is 1080 Avalanche just running for 2 hours on this TV. Waste of electricity. Waste of disc spinning. We'll see how switching over to Schoolgirl Zombie Hunters goes though. Oh. This dungeon feels long. Let me think about this. So we got in the sword thing. We fought that boss and we crashed here. We've been basically in this dungeon since then. So like if you count me running around at the beginning and getting that cutscene, there's probably been like an hour and a half of me just doing this whole sequence of events. I was gonna get this treasure chest because I'm a dumbass. Great, 2 elixirs. All these items that I'm not using right now. I think I probably grinded up Musa and what's his face enough. Mice. And Nelsha is just kind of powerful as is, so. Oh, let me sit back up. Get my posture right. I think I am gonna try to go ahead and get that domain tonight, though, and start working on putting a blog together. We'll see how that goes, though, question mark? It's probably gonna be a lot of, like, manually adding stuff for a while I maintain the other normal blog as, like, my public-facing blog for now. It's gonna be, hey, it's gonna be really hard converting a old, like, 10-year-old WordPress account to a new blog. Especially since, like, even extra in addition, a lot of my links to other websites and stuff are dead. The article may not be gone, but the link may have changed. So that's something I want to fix at some point. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I'm curious, how many items do I have of these things? Okay. Nothing too bad. So that's just not going to be a fun time trying to sit there and sort all that stuff out. But I mean, that's something that I've been trying to do for years now, is try to get that stuff updated. And the thing is, though, is that, like, let's say I find where the article is now and I link it. That article may die again later if they change their URL again. It's just not very convenient, I guess. Also, they start removing, like, people names for their system and stuff, so your article becomes written by staff. And it's like, did I write this article? Let's find out. Let's see if I posted it on my blog somewhere. And then if the article is just straight up gone, then, you know, you gotta look in the Wayback Machine, or hopefully you have it, you know, a physical copy. Or not a physical copy, but, you know, a backup copy somewhere. But I think there are a few, like, VG Charts articles I wrote when I was in school specifically, and instead of writing them in, like, a Word doc, because I was, like, on a school PC, I was writing them just, like, straight into VG Charts. And if that's the case, then I might not have a backup of some. I think specifically, like, my Dragon Quest X article might have been one. What an article that was! Getting concerned about a game that never ended up coming out here. Sounds like it did pretty well, though. Not like Final Fantasy XIV well, but it has a player base. That's right, I forgot I was going to try to get Dragon Quest X running on my PS4 at some point. I think you have to run it through a VPN, though. I haven't really tried accessing the Japanese PlayStation Store on PS4. Or if I did, I forgot that I set it up. Oh my god, this dungeon. Oh no. Let me be free, please. I have a feeling we're not going to fight whatever boss is at the end of this dungeon today. Mice. Dead. Dragon Quest X? Yeah, people enjoy it. I always heard it was like a nice mix between Final Fantasy XI and Final Fantasy XIV in terms of like the pacing of content, and you know, it's a slower game, or at least it used to be a slower game. But yeah, I don't know too many English speakers playing it. There's a lady in the UK I follow on Twitter who plays it sometimes, but she's fluent and or maybe not fluent, but she can play Japanese video games. As well as I think she knows Chinese and what what's it called? I forget what Taiwan language is called. My brain is farting. I have almost 20,000 MP from this dungeon. Well, 13,000 from the dungeon itself. Oh, good. I have no idea where I'm going. I don't know if I'm supposed to know where I'm going. I don't know if I'm teleporting or if it's just moving the camera. Okay, that's a dead end. But yeah, playing a Japanese MMO is probably a terrible idea, no matter how fun it is. Or one that's in Japanese entirely. I'm worried Mice might not make it, but we'll see what happens. Because I feel like this guy attacks like 3 times before the back row even goes. I did boot up that Caravan Stories games. The character creator is not great in there. I've noticed a lot of PS4 games crashing. I don't know why. I don't know if that's the actual game or just like the OS layers crashing, which crashes the game. The other day, PBS crashed, but PBS was still running. It just like PBS didn't crash. It said there was an error popped up over PBS. And it was like the system software needs to reboot, and then like PBS was still going, but the actual like OS didn't keep going. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I think I don't think I'm teleporting. I think I'm just rotating. Oh, at least this dungeon seems like the last dungeon. I'll be glad to finally beat Thousand Arms. I've had this game for like 10 years. If not longer. I played it originally, and I may have gone through this when I first started playing this game. I played it originally pretty soon after I beat the Katawa Shoujo demo. And I was like, oh, Katawa Shoujo is really good. I'm going to play more Dayton games. And I was like, let's play Thousand Arms. And Tim was like, I have Thousand Arms, and that game's garbage. And I was like, I'll play Thousand Arms. And he gave me a copy of Thousand Arms. And here I am today. There are things about this game that are alright. There is a charm to this game. But as soon as I beat this game, I will probably never think about anything other than it's cute. Also, the battle system in this game is like a worst case scenario of how simple a battle system can be. Oh, this looks like the place from the cutscenes. I don't know if we should keep going. I mean, there's 14 chapters, so it has to be more than just this. Let's do the fight and just see where we end up. Let's heal everyone up real quick. And give Nelsha some MP. The dating portion of this game, the dating is not terrible. It's not great, but it's not bad. I mean, like, hey, there's probably 30 billion other games that do dating better than this. This is probably a low-tier game in terms of dating. But I think the problem with dating is there's just not as much of a reward as I would like out of it. I feel like the most valuable thing I've gotten out of dating is Heal Plus and maybe Might Guts. which I mean are the two things that really I use in the battle system. The only levels of strategy I have in this game, really. Dark Master's last battle. Alright, well, let's see what happens, and then hopefully we can save again soon. Oh wait, this is this looks like not the room in the cutscenes, but I mean the visual design of it looks similar to the Dark Master's room. I think really just the look of it. A lot of charm, like a lot of thought was put into the character design, like in a goofy way in some ways. Maybe the enemy design. I feel like the Halloween Town was probably the highlight of this game. And even that felt like something you'd see in like another RPG. I mean, it was pretty much like the equivalent of the Haunted Mansion in Final Fantasy VII expanded out into an entire chapter of this game. I just wish there was more to do in this combat. Like, even just letting the back row do something that's not just healing. Letting them cast attack spells. Letting them do damage that even if it's like reduced. Like, I get it. Like, the standby stuff is cool. I like that they, like, even when they're sitting there doing nothing, they can benefit the player. But the player has no way of controlling what that is, and there's no real element to it that the player does other than say, sit on standby. And then when that's done, tell them to heal. Hey, you know what they might be able to do, I realize at the probably end of the game, is maybe use those like spark potions and stuff. Those might do damage. I might be able to get them to do that. We'll see if during the boss, you know, I have enough of those things that I could probably just use it during a regular battle. But no, we're gonna do a boss fight instead, it looks like. Oh. She's Cosmos. Or a Valkyria. That looked weird.
I'm impressed you made it this far.
Schmidt, what are you doing with Sodina?
I'm going to make the ultimate sword.
It's good music. He has two swords. Does he always have two swords?
Elemental power. Don't you see? Sodina is a very valuable resource to me.
What? Why Sodina? Why are you helping the Emperor?
It is expected. The Emperor is a god to us, the people of darkness. Now I see. Jabal was afraid of my awakening to my potential. That's why he avoided answering my questions.
No, that's not true. My brother never tried to deceive you. He was trying to show you that it didn't matter which clan you were from.
What are you saying?
He said you had the potential to become a great spirit blacksmith, but it depended on what you set your mind to.
Jabal sent me to the Mirror of Souls. I know you've seen my reflection. You can't expect me to turn to the way of light just like that. Don't ridicule me. Darkness is darkness. It can't coexist with the light. I wanted to make a strong sword, so I did it the only way I knew how. Great Spirit Blacksmith? Do you truly believe that you, the people of the light, are the righteous ones? Do you really think my dark sword can be defeated by yours, mice?
This is the party that I want. Let's have some insurance on him for now. Oh wait, never mind. Wait, okay, he has my guts. I just want to see what's gonna go on at the beginning of this fight. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. Oh yeah, I was gonna see if I can use oh, it says varies by user status. Let me use her then. She might be able to do more damage. Cool. Well, just in time. Just in time we find something that the back row can do. Oh, good. Well, he's silenced. Well. Let's see what kind of damage we're gonna do. Okay. Okay. That's not terrible. I wonder how long they're silenced for. I could probably use Musa if he has a way to heal the silence.
Behold the power of darkness.
Oh no. This is probably bad. Well, how handy. I wish I thought about that way earlier in the game, because I probably would just load it up on on potions. Okay, Mice might get screwed over way too early in this fight. If we die, it's not a huge deal. I'll probably just not do this fight for now. Come back to it next week. Is Mice dead? Oh no. Put defend up. See if we can get a cure off. There we go. It's not great, but you know. You know. You put heal plus on her, and then Mice, you'll just potion yourself. There we go. Golda. That seems weird that they let you use attack items in the background but not attack magic. Probably heal yourself for now. Spell her, heal him. Cancel summon Golda. Okay, cool. He didn't block that time. Nice, 700 damage. Let me see what happens. Okay, yeah. Oh, he's just buffing himself. Okay. Buff Hot Man. I don't know if it just comes from the fact of what it's from, but probably the one video game tattoo I really like is the what's it called? The tattoo on the back of Legacy 1.0 players from Final Fantasy 14. It like gets printed on your back and you can turn it on and off if you want. But yeah, I like that being there. It's kind of neat to have like this little marking on your character that is unique to you. Or not unique to you, but unique to being a 1.0 player. And you know, it's not like it's super visible or anything like that unless you're wearing like an open back shirt. It's usually like barely noticeable down to like the cuff of your neck. I have a feeling this battle is going to go longer than the time I want to stream this game still. But we'll see. Ow. Ooh, that was a lot of MP he drained from me. I was thinking about that because the flame guy has like a flame tattoo around his neck, or at least flame markings. That one always feels really pathetic. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Maybe I can just melee the last bit out, just in case we can't heal. Sleepy. Oh, come on. Mice, don't die. Okay. That seemed ominous. There we go. Okay. We did it! Yeah, levels ups for everyone. I feel like that's probably not the end of the boss battle here. But when your hair go blue, Sedina.
I'm impressed, Mice.
Oh no.
You've defeated everything about me. Or rather, everything about the darkness.
Rest in peace,
I understood my immaturity. My inability to love others. I don't know how to love. It's easier to hate. I believe that the growing power of hatred was the power of darkness.
Schmidt, please don't say that.
I don't regret the way I've lived. I was born between the light and darkness. The only way I could confirm my existence was by seeking power.
Schmidt.
This is so sad.
Mice has become strong, but he is no match for the Emperor. Unless you, Sodina, give up your life. Sodina, I always...
Get away from him!
Oh, jeez.
What? No! Dark Master!
Just like murder that lady. Yeah, I don't think the writing's very good in this game.
Pitiful woman. She was merely a pawn who didn't understand what love was. Just like me. Jella. Listen carefully.
Drop back down to the ground.
With the sword I made, the Emperor can now use the flame of the light. His power is now unimaginable. But there's more. He's after a more malevolent power. Live, mice.
Schmidt.
Rest in peace.
Schmidt.
Goodbye.
Is he dead? Dead. Tormented soul as much as he tried, he couldn't belong to either side. His father and grandfather before that, they were all like him. How about you, who belong to the light? I'll be in the center of Dianova. If you want to find me, I'll be there. I will be waiting. Waiting.
His voice is
I
strange.
don't know if it will gain you anything, though.
It's been a long time since they gave me a choice with mice. I guess the last time when was when the door was locked in the ladies' room, and I got the choice to say, "That's a blacksmith thing. They don't let me blacksmith there." It must be because it's an evil one. Okay. All right. Well, do I just like run back out of this whole thing? Well, I guess that's it for now. We'll figure out where the hell we're going next time. I'm a little worried to go backwards too far. I feel like that's wrong. Maybe before we stop, let me check that room out again, just to make sure I don't accidentally run all the way back. Let me run from this battle. I don't want to go back into the dungeon and then get lost and then not be able to find my way back here. Or at least take a while to find my way back here, rather. Let me go. Let me go. Don't keep me here, please. I just want to go. No, let me go. Okay. All right, whatever. Whatever. Okay, I saved. That's good enough for me. We'll figure it out next time. Alright. Let me switch over. Switch that music over. Mute Thousand Arms here. There you go. 1080 Avalanche. People like 1080 on Nintendo 64. I have found. And I don't know why people don't like this game that much. I think maybe the reason why is just because, like, SSX and stuff had kind of changed the snowboarding genre quite a bit. And so 1080 to me has always been more of like a racing game. I lost my save data for this game, like I've lost a lot of things. You like 1080 Avalanche, that's great. I've very rarely seen anyone who likes this game. Also, I'm very scared I'm going to get a copyright strike on this game because of the soundtrack being actual music sometimes. But yeah, the original... Yeah, I don't know why I don't really... I guess maybe just the fact that the GameCube wasn't as popular. Oops. Ryu Winterborn is really trick focused, so you can kind of just do tricks wherever. Which I like. And what I like about this game with the trick system is that even though the tricks aren't particularly like, let me think the best way to explain this. Like, the original 1080 has a trick system, but you're really kind of punished for interacting with it, I feel like. Whoops. And I feel like this game, they give you a decent, like, reward for doing it. Oh shoot. Oh shoot, let me go, please. Alright. There we go. Let's go, dude. Because the whole point is you get this like power up where you can hit people. Admittedly, I am on easy, so it's very easy to get through here. I liked SSX Tricky a lot. I didn't play that many other what's it called? The thing is that I don't know which one of these are actual songs and which ones are like just random music. So, but I think people wanted more tricks in snowboarding games and stuff, and I don't know. I didn't play enough Cool Borders. I always thought Cool Borders felt really stiff, even compared to like the original 1080. I will say the one kind of downside to this game is that if you do do enough tricks, you eventually just don't sit here and fall over again and again. If you do run out of if you do get fully charged, there's not much of a reason to continue to do tricks, and so you really should probably stop. But of course, you know, ideally you'd be using your charged attacks to punch people and stuff. I think maybe the one benefit that would have been nice, and something that like Tricky has, SSX Tricky has, is that you can do like a speed boost. In this case, you really can't, but I feel like you move at a really, you know, kind of fast pace in this game in general. There's a lot of like, I feel like Nintendo has a lot of, good racing games on GameCube that I don't know if I wouldn't say if they're underappreciated per se, but I feel like between like Mario Kart Double Dash, F-Zero GX, Kirby Air Ride, and something like this, there's a nice variety of games, racing games, that Nintendo published. But I will say this one probably feels the most like I don't know how to say it, like doesn't fit too many like let me come around this from the other way. So like I feel like F-Zero GX is a game that's like intense speed and intense like risk versus reward kind of stuff. You know, if you do well in F-Zero GX, you do really well in F-Zero GX, and you can really abuse the systems to make it a ridiculously fast racer. I mean, you just have to watch it like the stuff AGDQ and how ridiculous that stuff gets of like wall riding and stuff like that to build up speed. And then you have Kirby Air Ride, which if you turn that health on in that game, it really becomes like a Smash Brothers like experience, but with racing. I'm just picking random just because I have no idea what else. Oh yeah, and then like the last mission's like Avalanche thing. Okay. But oh gosh. can I change the music? I think that's licensed. And I already had it play once, so I'm sure YouTube's probably just going to get upset at some point. And I'll probably have to... We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what it does. It might just make it so I can't monetize the video. I'm not sure. Which is fine. I don't monetize these videos anyways. Oh yeah, then there's like the off balance thing where if you like land a trick wrong, you have to like spin the analog stick to regain your balance. Which I think is a really cool way to kind of represent losing your balance in the game, because not only do you have to like get yourself back into control, you kind of are stuck going forward. So it's a lot of like you already screwed up, but it's like just trying to recover as fast as you can, and you are being punished for it. So even if you do it every time, there's a downside to doing it, because sometimes you're just gonna run straight into a wall. Oops! Oop! I'm gonna fall. Yep. I like the music in this game, maybe because I played so much of this game. But I like this song. I like It Doesn't Matter, or I forget what the song's called. I'll have to look at it. Oh, you know, you can look at it here. I really like Don't Stop Now. I have no idea what song I was just on. Oh well, whatever. One of these songs. Anyways, this is a very brisk snowboarding considering the avalanche behind me. But yeah, I think this game is very fast. It's not as fast as like an F-Zero, I think, is really the big thing, though. But I mean, I feel like snowboarding games have a unique feel to them because it's like this constant downhill motion to everything. And it's kind of like, in some ways, you're kind of out of control. In a way that you feel kind of always in control in F-Zero, and as long as you're able to maintain that control, you're able to continue to do well. Where with this, it's like you're falling at a speed, and so you can't really stop yourself sometimes. You can stop yourself. I don't know. It's very difficult to explain, I feel like. Okay, and then I always have to remember when I play other characters, they can't do tricks all the time like Ricky Winterborn can. Like that. It like slows you down so much, so you have to really pay attention to where you're jumping from. Oh no! Alright, I forgot that shortcut closes off. Oop. This is actually, so this game kind of has an interesting history behind it. It was originally a Nintendo 64 game. And it was being made by, I believe, Left Field Studios, who did Excite Bike. I did the whole thing I do whenever I don't play Ricky Winterborn. Who made Excite Bike 64, which, as far as I know, Excite Bike 64 is a very good game, and I could definitely see how Nintendo would look at that, you know, the success with that game and say, hey, this makes a lot of sense for these guys to work on a game like 1080. I don't know what happened in development. It might have just been that the game was taking too long to come out on 64, so they ended up kind of pushing the project off, and then eventually NST picked up this game after finishing Wave Race Blue Storm. And originally this game was called, I believe, White Storm or something like that, because of it kind of fit in with the whole theme of making, you know, 1080 and Wave Race the same universe, because you have Ricky Winterborn in Wave Race Blue Storm, and you have Rob, what's his face? I forget his first name, Haywood, in Wave Race Blue Storm as well, and it's kind of like this merging of these two franchises, which makes sense. I mean, they're both kind of in the same vein of like these semi-realistic, semi-realistic sports games. And I have seen those articles going around recently that are like, Wave Race might be coming back. I don't believe it till I see it. Like, I've seen so many... it's one of those things where like the developer's like, yes, I would love to make Wave Race come back. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've been trying to get that done at Nintendo. Like, I can't imagine what place a game like this has in a modern Nintendo catalog. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Oh. I do like that when and this is true of the original 1080 as well. You have like this when you press the Z button or L trigger, you'll like have this little effect come out of your board that kind of shows that you landed the trick well, or landed the jump well rather. Yeah. I guess I don't know if it gives you a speed boost per se, but it does like kind of show you that you got the optimal. This is a bad idea. I forgot I'm not playing Ricky. Okay. You got the optimal landing, so you can, you know, keep as much momentum as possible. Let's see if I can make it. Okay, cool. I did. And then once that breaks, the person behind you has to ride the rails on the sides, or else they fall in the hole. I have not played a Jet Moto game. I need to eventually. I think I played a demo at one point. I think this is a licensed song. This is still a licensed song. Give me something that's... I don't know. Anyways, I don't know why I'm so worried about licensed songs, since I already had one play out in full, but I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I never played Jet Moto. I would like to, but I remember the demo not feeling great from what I played. It might be one of those things where I just have to like get used to how the game plays, though. Oh, uh-oh. This is getting kind of close at the end of the game. I'll make it. I'm the fastest one. I have raw stats to beat this guy out. I think he's better than Rob Haywood, speed-wise. I like this song a lot. I'm gonna let it play. But yeah, I just can't imagine what a game like this would mean in Nintendo's library these days. And you know, especially with NST being like neutered, which if you haven't watched that Unseen 64 video about like how bad things went with NST towards during the Wii era. I don't know what developer makes this these days at Nintendo. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, I gotta try to catch up. Like, I can't think... I'd have to look at the list. It's always hard to remember which Nintendo developer is what, because they're all just like, R&D 1. Admittedly, they're not R&D 1 anymore and stuff, because those are like the old numbering systems. I know there's like Nintendo SPD around and stuff now, but like, I don't know. I guess you could point to something like Nintendo Labo's like bike game as like an Excite Bike kind of thing, but I haven't really looked at it to see, you know, how much content is there. Because I know you can make your own levels and stuff. I don't know if it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, we made a few levels, make the rest on your own, and then it's like this shallow racing game or something. But yeah, I'd say, but you know, I say that like a game like this probably doesn't have a place in Nintendo's library anymore, but there's like stuff like Excite Truck that came out during the Wii era. And I guess to some extent, you know, there's Excite Bots, which has a bit more of a fantastical style to it. Which that was made by Monster Games. Maybe Monster Games is the developer for this, you know? In terms of like a 1080 or Wave Race game. I don't know. I don't know what Monster's doing these days, to be honest. I think they're off making their own like their own ATV games and stuff now. But it's just a fun game to play. I like it a lot. I think it's a better game than the original 1080. I don't really... I like the original 1080 a lot. And I think this game's a lot more forgiving. 1080 is a very surprisingly difficult to control game. And doing tricks in this game is a lot easier in my opinion. And like they give you more of a reason to do tricks, even though if it's not like, you know, super great. I feel like I could jump up there. Ooh. Oh no. Okay. That like auto fixed me. Left Field Studios I think is still making some random games on their own too, but I mean like I don't know if it's just like the budget or something, or like if there's a level of guidance they don't have when Nintendo's around, but the games these companies that were making this stuff make after shoot. Oh no. I think I'm stuck. Okay. Let's see if we can get out of here. Oh boy. And then you still have a damage meter in this game. Although I think the Avalanche is going to get me probably. Oh, surprisingly not. Oh boy. I might die, though. I only have 2 hits left. And I still have a good chunk of the track to go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's play this as safe as possible. There we go. I played it. Oh no, I forgot. You still have to go through this. But yeah, I haven't really liked that many other like extreme sports games and stuff from third-party developers. I thought SSX Tricky was fun at the time. I played it a bit a while ago, and I thought it was okay. I like this game better probably than like an SSX Tricky. I'm gonna die, in case you didn't know. We'll see how this goes, but I feel like I'm gonna die. Oh, maybe I'll be okay. Unless I get smacked by a rock from behind. Oh, okay, I did it. It's 1080 Avalanche. This game still plays very well. Maybe a criticism of it is maybe it's short. You know, we just played through the beginning in expert, or beginning in hard, and then I assume there's expert. And I don't know if there's more than that. I mean, there's different modes. There's trick attack. There's gate challenges. Time trials. And then, hey, this game also had the LAN support if you had the GameCube's broadband adapter plugged in. Play with 4 GameCubes. And it's going to try to find a GameCube thing. It's not going to be able to find it. Although it does have a broadband adapter in there. But it's not going to be able to find a network connection. I would love to play some GameCube games on LAN, but we'll see if that ever happens. Alright, let me get Skullgirl Zombie Hunters up. This might take a second, and things are going to get a little weird here for a second, too. Let's see what happens first. Oops. I'm not sure how this is gonna fit initially. Maybe just put the whole thing on here. There we go. There we go. I think there's going to be some notifications I need to turn off real quick. Let me do that. Oh, are they off? I think they might be off. There we go. I don't play King of Fighters, but I like the music for this background. I don't know if the chat's going to be good where it is. That's where it's going to be, though. Tamsoft. I don't know what other games Tamsoft makes. I forget. I forget if they make the Neptunia. I think they make PBS. I think they made PBS. No, that's Honey something. Honey Parade Games. I forget what Tamsoft makes. I'll have to look it up. I think I think Honey Parade Games is a group of people who used to be at Tamsoft, and they were making the Senran Kagura games. Maybe, but that's also Marvelous. I don't know, man. I don't know what Tamsoft made. They made Schoolgirl Zombie Hunter. I like the opening of this game a lot. It's probably the best part of this game. And that's the final boss right there. The guy in the pink, what is that, a parka? Is that what it's called? Despair? Question mark? Hope? It feels like this game exists for this opening in some ways. Alright, let's start the game. Did her lips not load correctly? I don't know. I can't see. Maybe I'll be able to see in the stream when it comes around. So this is campaign mode. It's like 5 chapters long. By the end of the second chapter, I believe you visited every area in the game. So the last like 3 sections of the game, I think, are all just like recycling the same areas. Okay. What would be a good mission to show? I mean, you could just start with the first mission and show it off. And this one's just like a very basic mission on a rooftop. I was gonna say I should have tried hard, but honestly, the dismemberment in this game makes it so easy to kill everything. It's kind of pointless. I don't know if you your character level affects attack stats or anything like that. Oh, she's naked. Why is she naked already? I'm pretty sure I thought I had clothes equipped on her, but we'll find out. Maybe apparently it did not. This is a different girl though. I switched over to a different character. But yeah. I think this might be an attack. I changed the blood to pink. There's a lot of different blood types. So I think this is attack. This is piercing. I actually don't think I have a dismemberment gun on me. So I guess we're just going to do normal kills. But I mean, this is the first mission in the game, so it's not going to be particularly hard or anything. Also, these enemies are just like normal zombies. I might queue up the first multiplayer map. The first multiplayer map is kind of crazy. And I'll actually have a dismemberment gun in that case. I think I was fighting a boss with this character last. Oh, there is one zombie left somewhere. We'll use my sniper rifle to get him. Oops, I missed. Mission complete. And this is the summer outfit, which is like one of the few outfits I'll have. Before I do the next mission, I'll show the, what's it called? I don't know why she's naked. I don't remember her leaving her naked. But apparently I did. Maybe I unequipped her outfit on accident while I was in the menu. Or maybe I'm just a pervert who likes their underwear. Who knows? No, I like these games typically with what's it called? Yeah, let's go to a multiplayer mission here real quick. Bim, 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 bim. So you can play with like 5 people. There are 5 different girls, but you can be whoever you want. Let me see. Yeah, she's just in her underwear. These are the outfits I have so far. So there's like the winter outfit black, which is like the default outfit. Winter outfit white, which is the one I've been wearing because it's the most recent one I got. Summer outfit, gym clothes navy, gym clothes red, swimsuit, nurse outfit, and your underwear. And then your underwear has a bunch of different colors too. Yeah, I might as well show. So you can like switch between these. So the underwear has like a timer on it, and the longer you wear the underwear, well, it goes up to 30 minutes, and then you can use the underwear as an item to attract zombies and stuff. So you can just kind of choose a different set of underwear. You earn underwear from like killing things. Yeah, I wouldn't say the hair looks particularly good in this game. So anyways, let me put actual clothes on her. We'll just put her in the default. So I mainly play as Inami because she doesn't get knocked back as much. Yeah, I have all tack stuff up on, so I'm just gonna equip. So like each of these guns have 2 layers of elements on them. It's gonna be hard to see behind the chat here, but essentially it has attack up, and this one has blast on it as well. They have like a second skill, like this one has capacity up and piercing. So all the guns are kind of like the same, but they have a variety of stats that you can switch between, and then they have special skills on them. So the one that I found to be broken is anything that has dismemberment on it. So I pretty much do assault rifle and SMG with dismemberment. The assault rifle I can put capacity up, which is nice. And SMG does do 1 damage. I actually probably should do one that has reload up. Yeah, we'll do reload up. And then we'll put the winter uniform on. If there are bikinis, I think they are DLC or what's it called? And then you can view your character. Zoom in. I like doing this, where you're just like, hello. I don't know. I think this is stupid and fun. That's just like, just like the idea of having their little head there, and also you can just like send them off into the abyss and not find them again. I assume there's probably a limit somewhere, but oh, you just got a paint shot there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah. All right. So we're just gonna do the first mission. The first mission is kind of crazy in multiplayer. The reason being, there's 3 types of zombies on this map. There are red zombies, which are super fast. There are green zombies, which poison you and also explode. And there are orange zombies that just explode. And it sounds not that bad at first when you're just like, oh, the zombies explode. It gets real bad. The chain reaction is kind of ridiculous. Let me switch over. See, like, now he's gonna explode. And so if you're like blowing up these zombies when they spawn, like where they spawn, oh, whoops. It just creates this chain reaction of explosions that just like never end. Maybe not so much on this level, but on many other levels. And most of the missions are like this, where it's just like survive. And then so it's pretty much this. And then you collect weapons that are on the ground. You get blown up a bunch on accident. When you're playing in multiplayer, it lags pretty bad. And it can be very difficult to hit anyone. You have a series of items here. If you get the underwear to 30 minutes and take a shower, you have an underwear trap. I don't have one. But this tearing your shirt off is essentially the same thing. You throw that over. All the guys go, I want that. And they run over there, but the ladies will ignore it. So that's a lady zombie. She's just going to ignore it. Your normal outfit lasts for, I think, about 10 seconds. The underwear lasts for a whole minute. So there's like the chain reaction stuff going on where everything's just exploding non-stop and killing each other. And unfortunately, you don't get the kills for those explosions. So like, you get the kill for like exploding one, but you don't get the kill for like them exploding into each other. And there's like trap wire, but it takes a while to set down. That's why I kind of like this character, because she doesn't really get knocked back very much. Then you have rations, which heal you. Rations also cure poison. And then you also have hand grenades, which just take forever to throw. I'll try to throw one here real quick. And just kind of go down. That was actually not too bad. Usually it just isn't particularly great. The trap wire is probably the most useful. it almost instantly kills those exploding guys, which can be good or bad, depending on what kind of mission you're doing. And the AEDs are revival items, so if I were in a multiplayer game, I would put down the revival item, and then my partner would run into there and recover their life. You can actually self-revive too, so if you time it just right, you can drop an AED and then get into it. That's actually useful to some extent in single player. So I say actually useful because the AEDs themselves, if you have them in your inventory, they will recover your life automatically. But it will only be like 25% if they're just in your inventory. So if you're able to drop one and then revive yourself, the AEDs themselves will return your health to 100 HP, like 100%. And there is a character who has like a special revival skill that puts people at 50% HP, and they can also revive themselves if they time it right. But it's pretty tough, especially when you have all this like exploding zombie stuff happening. Like, look at that, it's just still going over there. And I can show you one of the other levels, but I honestly, there's not that much variety in this game. It's pretty much this the whole way. There's like a defend this point. Uh-oh, I'm dead. Well, not dead, but... some of the single-player missions let you, like, leave this area. So this is just, like, the... I don't know what this is, like a classroom. I think it might be, like, the science building. But there are times you can go out there, and there's an entire school field out there. There's an entire school building over somewhere else. There's a gym that you can go in with, like, bleachers and stuff. But the unfortunate thing is that, like, there's no... It's rare that there's anything in those areas. So if you're like able to walk around, it's usually you're just walking around an empty environment. It's just like you need to be in the area they want you to be in for this mission, and then as soon as you leave, nothing is happening. And so it kind of brings up the question, like, why have those things in the first place? But, you know, I do appreciate being able to leave the school. I just wish they would have done more with it. This whole game is like, I wish they would have done more with it. I honestly think the shooting mechanics are okay. They're not great, but they're okay enough. And there's a lot of, like, equipable slots, and if, like, the dismemberment guns weren't so overpowered, it wouldn't be, you know, so... Like, you get all those guns and they're meaningless because, like, the dismemberment gun is what matters in this case. Oh, that's right, I haven't, so, multiplayer, the missions only unlock as you go through them if you're the host. So if you're playing with someone else, the host only gets credit for that mission. But I should be able to find a single player mission with like a different environment real quick. Campaign. Let me see. I think it was one of the... I think it's this one. Let me try this one. We'll play as a different girl. We'll play as Maya. Maya's skill is she can like see hidden items and stuff, which is kind of neat. But it's very useful for doing the ones like some of those missions have like bird icons on them, and there's like zombie birds you can shoot to unlock underwear, hair colors. Her hair is red, but I think I have her set to blonde hair and like blue ribbons or something. Oh, sorry, that's Ray that I have with blonde hair, blue ribbons. So this mission, you see like the dismemberment guns just like tear these guys apart. It's ridiculous. So this mission, actually, the whole goal is to like get over to that box over there. And to clear out these walls, you have to kill enemies that trigger the walls being up. So I assume in this case, you have to kill all the enemies that are within this square right now. Also, when you get attacked, your clothes rip, and if you get attacked enough, eventually your shirt will rip, so you can't use it anymore for defensive stuff. I don't know if you're naked, if your defense actually drops. The police officers also have guns, so they can shoot you. They're not very fast or good at shooting, but they can hit you. I think that police officer somewhere is shooting me. I don't know where he's shooting me from though. Maybe it's just these guys. Okay, so we cleared out that area. So that's the end of the mission right there. We finished it. You get that supply package. Each supply package has different stuff for different characters. So depending on who I bring to this mission, I'll get different items. But in this mission, you can kind of walk around and look around the environment a bit. So we have more school buildings in here. This is the area we were just in. This might actually loop around. I might have went a bad way out of here. Yeah. So that goes back down to the field over there. And there is one other area in the game. You never fight anything out here, weirdly enough. This seems like an area where they would have, you know, planned something, but as far as I know, you don't do anything out here. You come up here. That's just a shed. I thought that was the gym. Oh, I'm out of stamina. And that's the inside of the school there. So then the school itself is like 3 levels high. You climb all the way up, climb all the way down. It's just classrooms the whole way through. There's like a balcony up there that leads back into the other building we were in. And so that other building has a staircase in there that goes up, and it's like a top level. So it's like this area that's completely like rendered out and complete, but they just don't really do anything with it. There's really just kind of 3 buildings and then this outside area, but they don't really spend too much time playing with the areas at all. This might be the most like interesting part. You can go on the stage up there, and there's the bleachers up here, but there's really only like 1 mission in this room, and that's it. Also, you can't jump over things usually. You have to kind of just walk around. And the windows are kind of iffy if you can break them or not. Sometimes you can. Usually the reason why you can break them is because there's a bird over here or something. So, yeah. And that's kind of this game. Each girl is a little bit different, but not a lot different. You can also shoot some doors open sometimes. Not all the doors, though. I assume those are locked. But like in some of the missions where you have like the school building, the doors will be shut, and you can like use a shotgun to blast the doors open, or just like baseball bat them open and stuff. AI doesn't really know how to get around things either, so if you go into places like this where you can like jump back here, you can kind of just stay back here and just shoot things. And then throw the shirt off. He just stands there. You kind of want to collect these guns, but I get new guns so rarely at this point. That's gonna do it for this week. I probably could have streamed this game as like the end thing, but hey, you know, 1080 Avalanche is a little short. Maybe like 20 minutes. 20 minutes of this too, it looks like. That's gonna be it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. There's a bear. You have a good weekend. Bye.
黒川さ